Welcome back to another tutorial of Bootstrap, and in this tutorial we are going to learn about Bootstrap components. Previously we learned about Bootstrap CSS, but currently I think that's enough of the Bootstrap CSS, and we are now moving into the Bootstrap components. There are a lot of Bootstrap components we need to cover on. And before moving on, I want to tell you guys that I have changed the theme of my Visual Studio Code because of previously the screen was quite fuzzy. You guys probably you guys couldn't see the code properly. That's one of the reason I changed the theme, and currently it's much more brighter. I hope. If you're still facing any sort of problem, just comment into the comment section about the screen thing or the code. Anyway, before moving on, I want to tell another thing is that from this tutorial I will use shortcut which is available in the Bootstrap, and it will help us to complete the things really faster. So let's not talk about it. Okay, this tutorial, this is 9th tutorial, and we are gonna cover Glyphicons and Dropdown of Bootstrap components. Let's start with the common. So the Glyphicons and Dropdown. And initially we are going to cover about the Glyphicons. So Glyphicons is really cool thing. So you say something button, type button, and after that you say class btn default. I don't know why I do get it always wrong. Then you say button, and right after that we have got a button here. Let's see it into the browser first. You can see that it's into the corner. What we do want is we will add a container here, div class container, and put the content inside the container. Let's put it here. Alright, and I want to add some line break from above, so it will help us to see the things into the center. And we have added the button here. Right now what I'm gonna write is, okay, let's see again what happens here. If we refresh it, we can see the button is right now into a good space where we can actually really work on it. And right now, okay, we have added the we need to add the Glyphicons now with the button inside the button. So to add this, say span or span tag class, and we are going to say Glyphicon, and right after that I'm gonna show you something, guys. Okay, just keep it as it is and finish it, span, and go back to the browser and write down Bootstrap Glyphicons. So after searching it, you will see Bootstrap components here. Go back to this page, this link, and you will see the Glyphicons. There are literally a lot of Glyphicons you can use. These things are really awesome thing. This will help you to design things really faster. Also, it comes with Bootstrap, so you don't have to call another library or another CSS thing properties. So just we will copy one of the thing from here. Okay, we want to copy here Glyphicon OK symbol or sign, and go back to the IDE, and over here you just say Glyphicon OK sign. Don't put anything inside the span tag, it will hamper. So save it, go back and refresh it, Right now we can see something cool here. So this is basically a Glyphicon. Also, you can write down things inside there. For example, go back and say, write down like, this is okay. Save it, go back to the browser, refresh, and you can say that you can write down the text. You can design it as according to your own way. Let's go back. Right now we are gonna work on the drop down. Drop down is quite awesome thing. So it's a really it's gonna be really long. So let's first come up with the deep tag. So deep tag for the Visual Studio, I just wrote down deep and click enter. So it comes up with the end tag as well, class, and I will write down drop down, save it, and say I'm gonna do button, and it will come with the button tag. You can see, as you can see, class, it comes with the end tag as well. So yeah, it's making it faster. So I hope that if you're using the Visual Studio, it's gonna help you a lot too, as me. So we're gonna say button default, and say drop. Okay, first we are gonna say button default. Later I'm gonna work on something else. Type button here, and okay, I think that should be okay. Drop down and go back to the browser, refresh it. Okay, I want to remove this first. Go back and remove this from here, but I recommend you guys to comment it out rather than not removing. Go back, save it, and you can see I want something here like a caret, which is showing me like drop down caret or something. So go back, and inside here I'm gonna write down span. Okay, I'm gonna write down span, and it will come up with the span opening tag and end tag. Inside the class I will say caret and save it. So if I go back to the browser, refresh it, you can see a caret sign here. This is awesome. So when you see the button, what comes up into your mind? By naturally or intuitively, it should tell you that it's gonna pop up something, right? So I'm gonna do it here. Go back to the browser, Visual Studio or BSC, and after that we are gonna write something here. We want to make this button to pop up something, right? So let's create the list. I mean the pop-up list that we are gonna work on. So say deep and say UL another list and say list. Okay, first with the deep we are gonna say class and say drop down menu, and with the another list we are gonna say class drop. Okay, we are not gonna say anything. Let's keep it as it is. I think we got something wrong here. We don't need the deep here, I think, because we are already having this drop down here, right? So we don't need it. Let's delete this. And okay, with the UL or another list, you add the drop down menu, and inside there you say action 1, and we will add more action here 3-4 times, and changes to 3-4, and we will make them. Okay, let's see what happens now. Literally it's not showing up. I want this thing to be showing up. To make this thing showing up, what we need to do is we need to do something with this, right? And with the button. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna say over here with the button class drop down toggle, and if we save it, nothing would happen yet. We have to add another attribute, which is data and toggle equals. Right now with the data toggle, we will say our drop down division or something. Yeah, drop down division. So we will say drop down and save it. Right now it should work. It should when we click the button, it should show this thing. And if we refresh it, okay, it's showing up this thing right now, but it's not cool. We need to design something. You can see it's working fine. So what we are gonna do here is that we will make them as a link. So what I'm gonna do is so href, and we put the end tag here, and it's a link now, and copy paste it, removing them all inside the list item, and we're gonna say 2 3 4, save it, and I think that's all. Go back and refresh. Right now you can see that these are like working link, so you can actually add link to them. For example, I'm gonna add facebook.com http facebook.com, save it and go back. If I refresh and click on the action one, it should take me to the facebook.com. You can see it now. I have blocked the Facebook, so you can't literally see it, but it's gonna take you to the link that you want. Okay, let's go back. If I go back, you can add your own link URL here. Okay, and the thing right now I want is that I want to add a header with the drop down menu, and that's what I'm gonna do here. Drop class equals drop down header, and I'm gonna finish the tag li and say menu list, save it, go back, and you will see a header, nice header here, which shouldn't work. It's kind of like disable, and these are the workable link or working link. Let's go back. I want to add a separate things here, like these two things are action 1 and action 2 are homogeneous, and action 3 and action 4 are homogeneous. So I want to say that action 3 and action 4 are homogeneous. To do this, I'm gonna say list and class. What I'm not gonna do over here is that not class. We are gonna say role. I think we don't need a role here as well. We're just gonna say class equals to divider, and we are gonna put the li tag, end tag, save it, go back and refresh it, and you can see a divider here, so which is specifically indicating that these two links are homogeneous and these two links are homogeneous too. That's all about this tutorial. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully we will come up with something cool into the next tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye bye.